No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 211. Metz, 6:21 p.m. Alone with his thoughts, Pilatray had placed Claude WC on his stereo's turntable for background as he prepared a dinner of fresh fish and fresh vegetables. Once his meal was prepared, he lit a candle on his dining room table, poured himself some white wine, opened the curtains on the window that faced east to allow the meager moonlight in, dimmed the lights in the house, and let WC's music soothe him as he ate. Finished with his dinner, his thoughts returned to the promise he had made to be more sociable and to rid himself of the chains that had bound him since Brentsy's attack. "Sitting alone in a dark room does not qualify as being more sociable," he said softly. Sighing, he reached for his cell phone and dialed his parents, then counted the rings as WC's clair de lune filled the air far more fully than the moonlight's illumination. On the sixth ring, a woman answered, "Hello, de Rosia Residence, this is Magdalene." Smiling as he heard his mother's voice, he said, "Bonsoir, Mama, it is Pilatray. How are you?" "Oh, Pilatray," she replied, concerned in her voice. "Are you all right? What happened?" Closing his eyes, shaking his head and sighing, he said, "Nothing, Mama. I am fine. I just wanted to see how you all are." "Oh, how lovely. I did not expect to hear from you until tomorrow. I'm afraid I am the only one at home." "Well, good. Then we can chat for a bit. It is a bit early to be out reveling, but I am not surprised to hear that Jean is not home. Where is Papa?" "He went out," Magdalene said flatly. "I'm not sure where." "And how are Anne and Mary?" "Fine, so far as I know. We have not spoken since just after Christmas. Joseph is better." "Joseph? Oh, yes, he was not feeling well, was he?" "It was just a cold, but with his asthma it was a bit more concerning." "Will you be stopping by tomorrow?" Pilatray said, elongating the single syllable before adding, Yes, I will. What time would you like me to stop by?" "The girls and the families are planning to be here around 14. Does that work for you?" "It can, yes." "Yes, I'll be by around 14. One more thing." "There is something wrong, isn't there?" Magdalene asked, concern in her voice. "No, definitely not. There is nothing wrong. But I have made a difficult decision. As you know, when I returned to Metz from Brisbane, I was wounded and required medical attention followed by rehabilitation. Though you have asked how I received my wounds, I have never answered. While in Brisbane, I was viciously attacked. The man who attacked meant to murder me, and he is now in custody in Brisbane on other charges. I ran away from the madman in hopes of putting him in my past and moving on with my life, but his attack left me with scars, both seen and unseen. It is my intent to file attempted murder charges against him and to seek help in healing my psyche. Having spoken with law enforcement in Australia, I now realize I can no longer just run away from this terrible incident, but must instead confront him, and that in order to leave him and the wounds behind me, I must confront both him and self. I will be doing this beginning with the new year." "Oh, my darling," Magdalene whispered, "I'm so sorry to hear of this so late, but I stand with you. Would you like me to come to you? Would you like to come here?" No, Pilatray began, then stopped. "Perhaps," he said after a pause. "You're sure it is all right?" "Of course, always." "Then yes, I will. I'll head your way. I should be there well before 19. Thank you, Mama. I love you. And I love you very much, my little Pila. Be safe," she added before they said their goodbyes and hung up, upon which Pilatray cried, as he had not since he was a small boy.